Several questions and concerns have emerged as a man has been arrested in Uttar Pradesh's Eta district after a video surfaced on Sunday on social media in which he was seen voting multiple times. FIR has been filed as well. The video shared by Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav on social media platform X, calling the BJP booth committee as loot committee, posted a video showing the person recording himself while allegedly casting votes several times in a series of instances. And that's not just the only apparent violation. According to Scroll, the boy now arrested is 16 years old. There's no decision yet on repolling. And remember, Election Commission just last week conducted repolling at Prathampura polling station under Dahod Lok Sabha in Gujarat, where according to the FIR, two persons identified as Vijay Bhabor and Manoj Magan were booked for allegedly bogus voting after one of them live streamed from inside the Prathampur polling booth, claiming to cast multiple votes and influencing others to vote for a particular party. Now, how should ordinary citizens be looking at all of this? Who better to explain this than Dr. S.Y. Qureshi, former Chief Election Commissioner? Thank you very much, sir, for joining us. My first question, and that's the introductory statement that I made, how should citizens be really looking at this? People recording themselves, showing how they have cast multiple votes in favor of a political party, and they go ahead and post it on social media, when ordinary citizens believe that's not even possible.
Yeah, I'm surprised. But for me, the most important thing is whether it actually happened and how was he allowed to enter the polling station where he's underage. And secondly, how was he allowed to vote repeatedly when everybody, including the President of India and the Prime Minister, their fingers are marked so that they can't vote a second time. How can a person who has voted already was allowed to vote 6, 7, 8, 10 or as many number of times? What was the polling staff doing? And what was the polling agents doing? Because as you and I enter the polling station, the first polling staff announces that so-and-so has entered, so that everybody looks at their data and since they are local people, they recognize. And once they are satisfied that there is no impersonation, then the work progresses. So how could it happen in the first place? I don't understand.
I mean, clearly we seem to be on the same page at this point. We are waiting to see if we can get any more details as well from the Election Commission. But, you know, why we thought of bringing you in, this is not just one odd case. There was an instance where a repolling was ordered just a week ago after there was one person who apparently, again, had multiple votes cast. Now, how should ordinary citizens look at this? Should they see these as cases of aberration, or should this be, again, how can this be happening? So if this is coming to fore, there are only two cases that came before the media where the videos got viral. How many others could be there? These are things that people talk. As a former CIC, how would you look at it? As a former Election Commissioner of India, how would you look at this?
Yes. You know, first of all, remember there are 1 billion voters involved this time. And 2, 3, 5, 10, 50 cases are aberrations, and of course we need to proceed against them very seriously, but that's a different matter. But that should not really create doubts about the credibility of the election process. However, the fact that it happened and nobody spoke, I'm questioning not only the police staff can be corrupted, they can be the ideologically influenced, all that. What about the opposition parties, polling agents who are supposed to be sitting there watching over these proceedings? Exactly that. Second issue which you raised, that in Gujarat, they ordered a repoll. Now, repoll is not the best solution. Of course, the repoll has to be ordered. It's no favor. It has to be done. But what is missing in this? I can assure you, if in the first place 800 people had voted, when you order a repoll, 200 people will not come back. Because those guys are working class, they had taken leave, they had come from distances, and denying that voting right to 200 people is unpardonable. Therefore, this is much more serious than it looks. and by just ordering a repoll, the damage is undone. It's not acceptable. So why is it happening in the first place? There is three-tier security. There is so much of drill that we election commission talks about. Of course, people are aware, do try to cheat, and this is a cat and mouse game. It goes on all the time. But then, I don't know. You said that even in this case, even repoll has not yet been announced. So, but what machine you are showing, it looks like a toy to me. It doesn't look like a genuine election commission machine, or what exactly what it is.
True. So you're suggesting that there is possibility that probe may come up, may bring out something else as well. But one question, one more thing, Mr. Qureshi, you're talking about agents at this point, booth agents at this point. If at all this case does come across the way it is, and this man has been arrested, in fact, he's not a man, he's a boy for that matter, he's a 16-year-old, as the news emerges at this point at least. But Mr. Qureshi, considering the case is what it is, the role of booth agents that you are talking about, whether it be from the opposition party or the ruling party, are they as well, are they equally culpable in cases such as this? I mean, legally, could action be taken against them as well?
Well, I'm not sure whether legal action can be taken, but the whole purpose of they being empowered in the law and the rules, that they will be sitting there inside the booth or watching over the process, is to keep an eye on the process, because while election commission trusts its people intrinsically, at the same time we do not trust our people. We would like the opposition to keep and watch on our people, which is why polling agents are sitting there, because our polling team may cheat. But what are these agents for? They will immediately protest. The guy who has come is impersonating. Immediately he will raise a hue and cry, and action will be taken. That is the whole purpose. There are checks and cross-checks. There are checks and balances. So this is the whole part of the process.
Right. Mr. Qureshi, thank you very much for joining us. We just wanted to have a discourse over this, even as these instances are coming to fore. How should ordinary voters really be looking at all of this? Thank you very much, Qureshi Saab.